So welcome to the TMC Newsroom. I'm Carl Ford. We're here in San Jose with Hutch Carpenter, who is the Vice President of Products at Spigit. And Spigit is spelled S-P-I-G-I-T. So,
that's right.
So just for people to know this. And what's going to be happy is hopefully we're both going to get our reputations improved just by talking to each other.
Exactly.
Because tell me what Spigit does.
All right. Spigit is an innovation management platform. We are a SaaS company.
Okay.
And our software is used by companies that actually want to accelerate and improve their innovation. Okay. We actually draw from the principles of crowdsourcing. We actually are social software, and it's used to actually make innovation better for companies.
Okay. So let's take this. I went through this thing called total quality management with Philip Crosby and all this other stuff at one point. So let's say I've got let's say I've got an OFI. Let's say I've got an opportunity for improvement that I normally would throw into the suggestion box in my office. Right. Now, that might be visited around in a month. Now, tell me how it would be different with Spigit.
Carl, I'm glad you brought that up, because that actually is, from Spigit's history, that was actually a frustration for a lot of the companies that are using us. That's exactly what they had before. They email it off to a suggestion box or something like that, and away it went, and who was looking at it and what its fate was, no one really knew. So with Spigit, what folks are doing is they set up a Spigit community, and this is social software. So the first thing that they do is first off, they let the organization know. They've got folks signed up to use it, and their employees. And they will actually, employees can go in and they actually post their ideas on the site. Okay, so and we make it just dead simple. You've got to be. This is Web 2.0 stuff, so you make it very simple to post them. From that, we actually do three things. And I like to say this. We are social software where the idea is a social object. And let me put the three things we do around it. We enable collaboration around ideas, we put analytics around those ideas, and we put workflow around those ideas. Okay? And just very briefly on the three. Collaboration. So when the idea gets posted, you and I actually, and others, will actually start seeing the idea. And if this idea hits a hot button for somebody, they're going to weigh in and let you know about it. If the idea could be improved in a way, someone's going to let you know about it. If the idea, this is a reality, if the idea actually is not going to make it, someone will let you know about that as well. So that's the first part. That sort of transparency, that collaborative, that feedback element. Just as important, folks are actually also voting on it, they're rating the ideas, those kinds of things. Good stuff. From all that great activity at the front end, we actually have a lot of analytics. Okay? So we have analytics where, these are digital platforms. You can track everything. And we will track what's all the activity around the idea. The feedback it's getting, how much response the idea is getting, those kinds of metrics. And we also, this is a reputation question, we also do the same for individuals that are in the community as well. Everyone in the Spigit community has a reputation score. And, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. It's basically built on the feedback you get on your contributions in the community. So you don't start out with like a given reputation. Everyone starts out evenly, but over time, based on the quality of what you post on the community, the community will actually rate your contributions, and from that, your reputation score, we're actually able to calculate that. And it's an ongoing dynamic score that changes daily. So we each get a reputation around that. So that's great. With that reputation, here's how we use it. It's used in a number of ways in our system. First one is it's a form of social incentive. It's a game mechanic. And if game mechanics are growing use in a lot of different realms. It is a game mechanic because people have this badge. And it's out there for all the community to see. So you become kind of protective. And it spurs quality type of participation. So that's one. Second is we actually use it in the process of identifying the best ideas. And I'll give you a good example, Carl. Imagine you've got a fantastic reputation score. I have a pretty bad reputation score, let's say. So you vote the idea up. You like the idea. A given idea comes through, and you like it. I don't like it. I've got a bad reputation, though. What happens is, if without reputation weighting, keep it simple. 2 votes, you're an upvote. We call that a 50% approval rating.
Right.
Okay, without weighting. But because you've got the great reputation score, and you've earned it based on the community's feedback, how you participate, you can actually drive that approval rating to be much better than 50. We could be weighted up to, like, say, a 70. And why that's important is, in our system, ideas to move from stage to stage to stage, meeting certain criteria. And one of the first criteria would be the approval rating. So based on the strength of your reputation, you made sure that you saw value in that idea, and you were able to make it happen. So that's an important element, too.
Cool.
Okay? And then finally, workflow. I'll tell you about workflow.
Yep.
If you just have ideas, and it's just sort of a simple post and vote site, hey, people voted your idea up, and then that's it, that's a glorified discussion forum. That's not actually improving innovation. So an important element of the process is to actually be able to take the idea and take it through a series of steps, evaluations. We have a whole evaluation phase. And you can have things like bring the finance folks in, bring marketing in, bring customer experience in, bring logistics, et cetera. whoever you feel like you have to look at the idea, it's a very adaptive system. You can bring them in, and they can actually help determine whether the idea passes muster or not. And the process is, the great thing is you're bringing the whole organization into the innovation process, as opposed to that digital suggestion box where one person seemed to be making some decision somewhere. So that's an important element as well. As it gets through the stages through this process, what you end up with is the best ideas at the end, and at that point then it becomes a really project management exercise.
Excellent, excellent. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it.
All right, Carl. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Hutch.
All right.